Green means go. Ready, set, go. We're on the green. We're going right now. Going good. The Essential Oil podcast. We are. What are these?
These are different flavors that we can put in the diffuser. Which one do you want?
The diffuser.
The diffuser. It's not on camera. Put these different. It makes smells. Which one do you want? There's tea tree. There's nutmeg. There's spearmint, lemongrass, peppermint, and clove.
How about? Can you do like half spearmint, half lemongrass?
Ooh, I like that. Yeah.
Like a swirl. Like an ice cream swirl. I'm gonna diffuse. What is diffusing? What does that mean?
It just like puts these essential oils and this water and it steams it basically and puts it out in the air. So it's like humidifier.
A humidifier. Oh, look at it go.
Because it puts smells in the air, you call it a diffuser.
A diffuser.
Because it mixes smells with the air.
Oh, that's cool. It shouldn't be called like an infuser or something then?
Oh, yeah, maybe.
I mean...
I don't know. I was kind of making that up, to be honest.
Diffuser and datfuser.
Oh, diffuser.
Maybe it's just a fuser. And
look at it. It's like a volcano. Blowing air out.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. A boob volcano.
Yeah.
Anyways, what's up? How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
I'm pretty good.
Yeah, me too. Getting better at sitting. That's cool.
That's sick. You been practicing?
Yeah. It was hard for like a week.
Couldn't sit down. That's right. Have you talked about that?
No, I got in a car crash. A gnarly one. That wasn't my fault.
That must feel good.
It did. It felt really good. I was doing nothing wrong. If anything, I was being too good. I was like 10 and 2.
Yeah.
Feet all the way down.
You were stopped, right?
Mm-hmm. Not moving. Blinker on.
Mm-hmm.
Kelly Clarkson on the radio.
Beautiful.
Of course.
Song.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Damn.
Probably Breakaway.
Yeah.
But and then wasn't looking at my rear view mirror. And a gal going between 30 and 50 ran into me.
That's fast.
Really fast.
That's fast to be hit at a stop. Yeah. And she hit you first.
Oh, yeah.
And how many cars were involved in the crash?
4.
Other than her car, or 4 total?
4 total. 3 victims. And then, let's see.
Have you started a victim support group yet for this?
Well, I gave them all the card of the show, so maybe.
To the one this weekend?
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Hopefully you see some there. You should shout it out.
Mm-hmm.
You should shout it out at the beginning of the show. Be like, any of my fellow car crash victims here?
It does feel good to have been ranting about road rage for so long, or ranting about just dumb fucks around here who drive for so long, and to finally just
be validated.
Yeah, just get fucking hit in the ass with it.
That's like bittersweet though, kind of validation.
There was a little bit of me that was like, this hurts, but it's like this is a good pain right here. It's like a workout pain. Like, this hurts, but it's good for me.
For sure.
Yeah. Then I went to the doctor.
Okay.
And
official diagnosis?
Sore.
Tall and sexy. Oh.
Yeah. I found out. So for like 3 years, I've been consistently between like 170 and like 185.
Yeah.
And they weighed me, and I was 160.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound healthy.
I know. Yeah.
That doesn't sound like it's on the BMI scale for healthy for a 6'6" man, fully grown.
My BMI was like 19.2 something.
I don't know what that means, but it doesn't sound good. I think like 26 is like the number you aim for, right?
Maybe. I looked it up, and...
Or is that obesity?
I don't know if you want to aim for that. I looked it up, and there's like, this gap is like where you want to be, and mine was like down here, but still,
it was
like,
in where you want to be,
like but like very
okay.
low.
I think I'm probably on the opposite side of that scale. Like I'm towards the top of where you want to be, but I'm still in where you want to be.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Was at the doctor, and I compulsively lied. I don't know why. It was like it didn't matter. It was like I was honest about the things I might have shouldn't have been honest about.
Yeah.
But she said, I heard, she said, the lady was just asking me questions like, do you do this? Do you do that? Do you do that? And I was like, yeah. And then she was like, have you gotten in any trouble in the last month? And I didn't know what that meant.
That doesn't make any sense.
I was like, no, I don't think so. I hope not. And then she was like, huh? Okay. And then I was like, wait, what did you say again? And she was like, did you travel anywhere in the last month? And I was like, oh, I thought you said trouble. And then we sang Taylor Swift for a minute, and then
that's cool.
And I just panicked and I said, yeah, I went to Vegas. And she was like, for how long? I was like, just the weekend.
Is that true?
No.
But you have been to Vegas recently.
Yeah, not in the last month.
But not in the last month. It was like what, 4 months ago?
Yeah. Wasn't during a weekend either. It was like during the week.
No, yeah, it was for like a week too.
Yeah.
That's
I don't know why I did that. There was nothing to gain or lose.
You just wanted to look cooler in front of this nurse, maybe?
Maybe.
You're like, I'm a guy that travels.
I think so. I think something, it was like in my head, I was like, we're so close to like the new year or something. Maybe I was thinking she was also asking like the year or something. And I was just like, I've traveled recently, but just not within the month. But like, I will soon. And then,
but I have traveled. Yeah. I'm a guy that travels.
Yeah, it's really cool. And then, yeah, I don't know why I did that, but I did, and can't take that back.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, and then I had another doctor come and check me out. And I couldn't tell if it was flirty or not. I was definitely flirting. I couldn't tell if he was.
Yeah.
But he was like feeling my back.
Okay.
And then he was like, so what hurts on you? And I was like, my arm. And then, all right. He was feeling my back because my back hurt. And then I was like, no, it's like at my tailbone. And he was like, down here. And I was like, honestly, it's like a little lower than that. And he was like, yeah. And I was like, yeah, a little bit. And he was like, right here? And I was like, yeah, right there. Yes, doctor.
Damn. Kinky.
Yeah. Just right in the hallway, too. It wasn't
That's
even
crazy because you also have a joke about
doctors. A lot of jokes came true. I mean, a lot of jokes were fairly true.
A lot of jokes validated in one day.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, I've been going with my gut recently, and turns out sometimes life just proves that your gut's right.
That's fun.
And then let's see what happened. Left the doctor. They're just like, you're gonna be sore the next day. They were right. Was very, very much sore.
Yeah, you were hobbling. I remember you came over and used the hot tub. And
that was so nice.
I was like, no way. You got into this car accident at the perfect time because I'm watching a hot tub.
That was so amazing. I cannot. Yeah, that felt so good.
It was a nice hot tub too. Shout out Haxby.
Yeah, thank you for the soak. Like, yeah, that was a really nice hot tub. But yeah, I was bedridden for a while. It took me like 10 minutes to go to the bathroom, no matter what I was doing. Would take another 5 minutes to stand up. I could squat down really quick, but going back up sucked.
That does suck.
Driving was annoying. But we're pretty much fine now. It still hurts, but it's like, you know, life is pain. Yeah. Yep. That was the car crash.
Well, that's exciting.
Yeah, now I look in the mirror a lot more. I don't trust anyone
That makes sense.
driving
So that you
behind
can
me.
like pull to the side.
Yeah.
In case someone.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
160 pounds.
So yesterday I was riding my bike.
How bike? I'm sorry.
And I crossed, the bridge that's right next to the truss bridge that people jump off of, like over by the fire training building, like on the Greenbelt.
Yeah.
Okay. So I crossed that bridge, and then if you go straight there, like up the hill by the freeway, and then turn left onto like Garden Street or whatever that goes up into Emerald, there's a bank there, a concrete bank onto the green belt, and there's a storage container that is in someone's backyard that's on top of this bank, this big bank, and it looks like a sick spot for either urban skiing, skateboarding, BMX, whatever. Like you could do a myriad of sick hits off this thing with the right builds, and like the cool thing is like you can get a cool shot of like Bogus and all the mountains in the background. So I made an Instagram reel, and I was just like, "Hey, skateboarders of Boise, come hit this spot right here. Do like an acid drop off this or something sick." And that reel is done better than any reel that I've posted in the last like 6 months.
The big bank query.
And so now I was like thinking, and I was like, what if there was like an app or like a website where it was like shredspots.com or something, and it was like for urban like athlete, like for skiers, skaters, anything, and it was just like where people could upload spots in cities, and then you could like go and like anytime you're in a new city you look it up. So I Google like shred spots, and that's already a thing. So then I'm like, shit, okay, well, what about like a video series that's just like me on my bike riding around to different spots, and then I have like a fucking like Google Maps saved list of all these spots in Boise, and I like do a like newsletter or like email sign up thing that's like sign up for the Pretty Good email newsletter and get all the sickest street spots in Boise sent to your inbox, and it sends out the list. And we can use that to target our preferred audience of shredders.
Get the skaters.
Get the skaters and urban skiers.
Yeah.
So send me spots if you see any.
Yeah. Send Samson spots.
Send me spots and pictures of the spot with a pen, and I'll go investigate and make a video.
Yeah. I know that there's I think on News Schoolers there's like a spot thread or a forum. And then I know there's some Instagram pages that, like, depending on the area, have like a spot. They post spots.
They got a spot guru.
There's a Boise Urban.
Is there?
Yeah.
So there's this guy that I've been following on Instagram for the last couple months, and he is like an old skater that like started a landscaping company, and he goes around and like clears out old skate spots and like then skates them.
Nice.
And it's just like a really like it's one of the most satisfying series because like you get that like time lapse landscaping video of like all the grass getting cut, and then he does a sick trick on it.
That's cool.
And it's like you get all your favorite things in one video.
Anyways,
Max is gonna be the new host of the Mad Sweet Open Mic every Thursday.
Yeah.
I don't know if we've announced it on this podcast yet, but this is our first announcement of it on this podcast. And this episode comes out, I think, next Tuesday, which means that this is next Tuesday will be the first week that Max is hosting the Mad Sweet Open Mic, which happens to be the most popular and longest running open mic in Boise. So can we give a round of applause for Max Knudsen?
Oh, look at you. Being
Thanks, crowd.
All sweet and shit.
Thanks, crowd.
Yeah.
Congrats. Tell us about it.
Okay.
What are you gonna do?
It's called the Pretty Good Open Mic. And yeah, that's pretty much, then other than that it'll be an open mic. The picture for it, I sent a draft that had my hair in the background, and they still use the red hair idea for a background, but they didn't use my hair as the background, but that's all right. And it's got me with a unicycle on it. And yeah.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about like maybe on the sign up thing, I'll have something like where you put your name and then Instagram handle, and then during the thing we'll like post whoever's on stage on the pretty good story for that day.
And like
whatever.
tag Mad Sweet or whatever.
Yeah, tag Mad Sweet and the person performing, and then yeah, something like that. It'll be a fun little incentive for people to come by and
I love it.
Yeah, it'll be fun. Did we talk about you doing a Dusty Slay?
Did we talk about me doing Dusty Slay?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I think we talked about you before you did.
Yeah. It went very well.
Well,
I killed.
I
killed at the Egyptian. It was crazy. It was a wild experience. It was walking up on that stage and like hearing the applause was very surreal.
Yeah.
And like the amount of people that came up to me, and like I've never had that many people come up to me and actually like acknowledge me doing well after a show. Like I've had a few people say it like at like some of the bigger opens that I've done, like at the lounge and stuff, and like at like some of the showcases, but it was like, standing there as like, 300 people leave and they're all like stopping me like, you did so good. And it's like, wow.
That's nice.
That feels nice. And Dusty is super cool and nice. And we went and smoked cigars afterwards at Pingilly's because he's a cigar man.
Cool.
And I couldn't finish mine. And at one point, Dusty noticed that I was like having a hard time with it. And he's like, are you going to finish that, man? And I was like, no, could you please kill this for me? He's like, I love to. And he like took it. And I was like, that's a gentleman right there. He doesn't judge you for not being able to finish your cigar. He just finishes it for you. It was a very dad moment, honestly. It was like,
the guys took it out.
Yeah. At one point he's like talking about how he like didn't like the process of recording podcasts.
Mm.
And I was like, I guess I won't ask him to be on my podcast then. But he was like talking about how he records a podcast with his best friend, Nate.
Mm-hmm.
And it took me longer than it should have to realize that when he said his best friend, Nate, he was referring to Nate Bargatze.
How much time did it take?
Like until after, like a good like minute after he was done telling me it. Like I was like maybe the next day when someone told me that his podcast was with Nate Bargatze.
I mean, that sounds like the right amount of time for you.
And I was like, oh,
nice.
That guy hosted SNL twice.
He did. Mm-hmm. 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 Did you watch their 50th?
I have not yet watched the entirety of it. I watched the monologue and I watched the weekend update.
Did you see their 50th concert?
No.
It was pretty good.
Who was it?
It was just a bunch of bands.
Oh, cool.
And they did a Lonely Island melody or a medley.
Oh.
Wow. Yeah, it was exciting.
Hasn't popped up on my YouTube. That was crazy. Makes me sad and confused on what's wrong with my algorithm.
You think your algorithm's like sending these banger videos to like other people or something?
Yeah, it's clearly working against me. I mean,
yeah.
I had something saved on here that I wanted to do.
You texting the algorithm right now?
Yeah, I'm letting them know that they're gonna hear from me.
Yeah, what are you gonna tell them? What are they gonna hear from you?
Oh, you know what I'm gonna tell them.
You gonna cry?
I'm gonna tell them that you can't do that.
Put your fingers in their mouth, maybe.
Say that you can't do that to me.
Spit in their nose. And lick their eyeballs, maybe. Something like that. Taste their toes. Do something weird.
Something very weird.
Put your pinky in their belly button.
Ooh. Your belly button is like not a full innie, but it's like not an outie either, right? It's like just kind of flat. Like if you had more of a stomach, it would be an innie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can't really go in anymore.
Yeah.
So.
Mine's like a cave.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like the depths are. It's like the Marianas Trench. We don't know how deep it is.
You gonna pull it out or not?
Well, my shirt's tucked in.
I mean,
my shirt's tucked in. I don't want to.
Why would you pull it out that much already then?
No, because it's a long shirt and it's got a lot. I mean,
but you made the gesture like.
I just don't know if I want to.
Everyone knows where your belly button is. There's no way you were just where the belly button right here.
I just thought about it, and I don't know if I want to expose myself like that.
Fucking do it. You've done it before. Just come on. Your belly button's in your pants still. There we go. Look at that.
In case you don't look at
that little thing. Oh my goodness. Ew. That's enough of that. Put this rock in it.
Okay.
The Sarlacc pit. Belly fat. Like, I know I asked you to do it and like instigate it, and it's just like, ugh.
Oh God.
Stuck.
Ah!
Get the pliers. Get the
needle nose. That is concerning how far that can go in there.
Yeah, how would it get out?
What if I just kept like a little like rock or a jewel in there?
A ruby?
Yeah, a ruby or an emerald or like a sapphire, and then like I'm at the store and I'm like, I don't have my wallet on me. Let me hold on, I've got something. And I pull it out of my belly button. I'm like, here you go, sir.
He's one that like lights up or something, so it, like their face lights up when they see it.
Yeah.
Like, whoa. There's like a little speaker in there. We had
put this back.
Sure.
Thanks.
Why couldn't you have done that?
I can't reach.
You're such a fucking. My dad had a friend. What if you put like a little moth in your belly button?
I like that idea. What about
a light?
What about like a salamander?
That'd be pretty cool. It seems like it'd be a little slippery. I don't know how to keep in there. I mean, your belly button's probably pretty greasy and slippery and sweaty.
That's exactly
disgusting.
Or like a little crawfish, and it just like
a hermit crab.
Yeah, hermit crab, and I'm just in the shell.
Your shirt's just always
it's just constantly like and I have to like feed it little stuff.
When you're eating lunch. God, that'd be sick. It would probably be happy. It's salty.
Would be happy. That's a really good home.
Yeah, dude. You gotta get a hermit crab in your belly button.
I'd have a big hermit crab. It's a deep like it goes to the full first line in my finger.
Damn, dude. Two nucks. It's a hard nuck life.
3 fingers wide.
Oh boy. Damn, dude. I thought you were saving yourself.
You know that's not true.
Speaking of bugs and orifices, moths specifically, my dad had a friend who they were hunting and a moth like dive bombed his ear, and it got like
you've told me this story before.
Yeah, it got like in there, and he couldn't get it out, and he just like lived with it in there for like 2 days. And then they passed these hikers or other hunters one day, and they were like, you guys got any Rex? Any, put your finger back in your belly button or something. Relax. They're like, you got any ideas on how to get this moth out of here? And they're like, no, we have some whiskey. You can pour that in there. That might do something. And they did. And it stopped the fluttering.
Was he really drunk from the whiskey in his ear? Does that make you drunk?
The moth?
No, can you boof whiskey through your ear?
Oh, I don't know.
Because there's open blood vessels in your ear, so I mean, in theory.
Yeah. Yeah, he totally could have. But I'm sure he was just drinking the whiskey too. But he did say at one point the fluttering did stop permanently.
And so for 2 days straight, it's just...
Yeah, he was just like, guess there's a moth in my ear. Slept with it in there.
I hate that.
Yeah.
No one had tweezers or like...
It was like deeper than tweezers, than like hunting tweezers could get. But he left like a day early to go to a ear doctor.
Yeah.
They yanked it out.
Good.
Yeah.
I was surprised he didn't leave like the first day.
Yeah, he likes hunting. Hunting was good. I guess it wasn't because
the last week of deer season. Okay. If I don't get one this week, I ain't getting one.
My wife won't come back if I don't shoot.
We ain't gonna eat this winter.
Yeah.
Okay,
Bugs.
dude, you own a butcher shop.
Steal from your client. I'm sure butchers like, grab a handful of ground meat or whatever from whatever they're.
Well, I feel like
that's a nice mixed bag.
That's like the thing. That's like the nice thing about like if you have like your own like butcher shop or something, like whoever your supplier is for meat, like you could just be like, I'm gonna buy a whole cow, and then you sell, the stuff at market price when you bought it for the whole thing, and so you can keep like whatever amount and still profit. It's the same thing as like when being a drug dealer. Like you keep a little bit for yourself off your bulk buy, and then you sell the rest to cover that amount at a higher profit.
Why buy the whole cow when you can just milk it a little bit and then sell the rest? I got you, man. Yeah. For sure. I mean, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Understood. 10-4.
10-4, good buddy.
Yeah. Whoa, with fucking urgency. So were those twitches when I was telling the moth story? Was that from not having that, or?
No, it's because I was thinking about having a moth in my ear.
Yeah. Those twitches though were from the jewel knot. Or you just rethought about the moth?
I just thought about the moth again.
I thought about the moth. The ever elusive moth. Like a moth to a flame.
The Wiggles are releasing a country album.
The Wiggles are releasing a country album?
Yeah, and it's got Dasha, Dolly Parton, Lainey Wilson, Jackson Dean, Orville Peck, Mackenzie Porter, Lucky Oceans, Morgan Evans, Troy Caesar Daly, Travis Collins, Kaylee Bell, the Wolf Brothers, and Slim Dusty on it.
Oh my goodness, dude.
Wiggle up, giddy up.
That's crazy.
Yeah, March 7th. Oh shit, that's today.
Like today, isn't it? Yeah.
That's awesome.
Visual.
Let me open up Spotify. We're gonna
wiggle.
We're gonna wiggle for a second. The Wiggles. Hot Potato still number 1, baby. Actually, 2 different versions of Hot Potato are number 1 and number 5. That's pretty sick.
I honestly never really watched the Wiggles, but I like most of the people in that album. Friends. Friends.
This is Dolly.
Hell yeah. Friend. Copyright. We're friends. 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 Amigos. Friends. Friends. Buddies. Friends.
Friends. Everybody needs one friend.
Be my friend. Okay, we're.
Yeah, that was probably too much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we might get copyrighted now for that one.
Yeah, we'll take a chunk out for sure.
Okay. I was just really into Friends with Dolly Parton. So everybody go listen to the Wiggle Up, Giddy Up.
Orville Peck and Ava Noblezada are going to be in Cabaret.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's sick.
Uh-huh. Yeah. That's a fucking cast.
Yeah, right? Isn't that insane for an album from the Wiggles?
Yeah.
Like Dasha and Orville Peck and Dolly Parton as the top 3 is insane alone. And then what were the other ones?
It's a bunch of top 3s.
Yeah, it's like yeah.
That's really cool. Friends. I hope when they were in the studio, they were all talking, and hopefully a few of them met up to write some other songs and stuff.
Yeah, Time Sucks. End of the year positive one that they do every year was Dolly Parton.
Cool.
And I love her even more than I ever have before.
Oh, she's rad.
She's such a legend. So cool. I didn't know she did that book thing where she's giving away 100 million books to kids, and I don't know, she's just a really cool lady.
She's just an absolute stud, dude. She's just everything.
Do you want to do some more streaming this week, maybe?
Some more streaming?
Yeah, some Minecraft on Sunday or something?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to end it here so that we have a quicker episode next week? 30 minutes? I think that's fair.
Friend.
Do you want to end on anything specific?
Friends. Come to my open mic. Friends. Go to Samson's open mic. Friends. Go to both our open mics. They're pretty good and voodoo open mics. Friends. Buddies. Amigos. Compadres. Other synonyms for those.
Buy tickets to Off the Cuff on March 14th, next Friday. Also, please. And that's all I have.
Yeah.
Let us know what you did pretty good this week in the comments. Thanks, bye.